As the friend wars were waging, tyrannical king Mechanist 955 and his sidekick KC Ninja were ruling over the lands for the worst. A group of allies tried to stop him, but it was no match. They were captured and put prisoner. Many lives were lost in the wars, over many battles. A rescue mission was sent out to the Allies for rescue, but it was no hope. There was only one warrior, one man that could save this group of people.
Jesus Christ. Look at this place. He finally sold his Fortnite account. Could afford a whole palace. Time to get back Jay and Chris. They're captured.
Hold up. Where do you think you're going, Red?
KC, let me come through. I need to get back Chris and Jay.
I'm not letting you get to that. If you ever think you are, you're gonna be in my hand of death. I'm a fast Mexican. Crossing that border is pretty good for me. I'm too quick. You can't hit me. Oh. Trust me, climbing the border helps out a lot. Why do you want to get the mech anyways, huh?
Because I need to get back Chris and Jay. They've been captured. And it's all because of you.
He already ate them.
You let it
it's
happen.
Don't even think about it. You know what they say. Whatever Daddy wants, Daddy.
You ain't gonna get away this time.
You're tough, I can say that. You're not as fat as I remember.
Oh, shut up.
I'm not letting this happen. Get away from me. You don't want to do
last
this.
words, KC?
Look, I'll join back. Okay?
What?
I'll leave Mech for good. I'll be
You
gone.
said you'd never come back.
Yeah, I was lying. I was lying. You know me. I can help you.
Where is he?
He's down there, on that bridge back there. Thank you so much.
You always like to backstab me. Sorry, KC. Going. Mac!
Well, look who decided to show up.
What's that supposed to mean? Where's Chris and Jay?
I'm keeping them prisoner.
What the hell?
Now where's Daddy?
He gave up. But he died for you. You guys were obviously meant to be together. You guys are lovers. And I could just tell it.
No, I'm tired of all this bullying. I've had enough. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna kill Jay and Chris.
No!
Catch me if you can, numbskull.
Jesus, Mac.
Let me get my breath. Let me get my breath.
Alright. You're done.
Ah,
Oh, Jesus.
it's over for you. Ah, you buffoon, you ain't gonna win. Ah, give Daddy a hug. Let me get my breath. You numbskull. Ah. Ugh. Let me get up. Watch this. Come here, boy.
Mech. Hold on, Mech. Stand guard. This doesn't have to be
What
this
is
way,
it?
Mech. You know what?
I'm pretty sure it does.
You know what it
I'm
does, after
tired
all?
of your insolence, your bullying. You're
After
a
all the
numbskull.
disrespect, I don't need you anymore. You got no one. And I know you're petrified. I know you're scared. Because without him, you're nothing. You got nobody.
You shut the frick up. Ah. Take this. Ah. Oh, fuck. You're gonna pay. Ah. Wait, you don't have to
No,
do this.
it's
You don't
over,
have to
Mech.
do this.
You're out of the group.
Ah, no. You idiot.
The war's over. The king is gone. This place is free.
Red?
Chris? Jay?
You got that son of a bitch.
You
He's
killed
gone.
him. He exploded. Something, I don't know. All I saw was some poop in his belly. I don't know how it's possible.
He's gone now, boys.
Good job.
It's time to move on.
What about these people here? What about the viewers?
It's alright.
Let him fight.
They can fight it out. They don't have nothing to do
In
with
the
us.
comments.
Let them fight it out in the comments section. As for
That's
us,
Webby and Cole right there.
look at them all.
Look at Webby and Cole.
Webby.
Hashing it out in the comments.
Cole. They're all fighting for it. They're all fighting for us.
Oh! How could you do this, Chris?
Is he alright down there? Oh, it's like...
Let's go. Take them all out.
Take him out. Take him out.
What is up, guys? Radix Gaming here, back at again with another video. And to give a little explanation before starting here, this is no video to slander the name of Mech and Kc. That's already been done for the last and final time way back when. I know this is the trilogy here, but this is the end. This is the final downfall, rise and downfall of Mech and Kc, the trilogy. Now this is no video to explain to everyone why Mech and Kc are so bad. No, this is a message. This is a message because these two in particular, they always like to get the last laugh. They always try to do something evil at the end, just to get away cackling, and they have no consequences. I mean, I know it's PlayStation. I know it's not that serious, trust me. But, I mean, they take it to lengths that get personal when it's really not that deep. It's, you know, they switch up very quickly. And they,
it's just they do very unnecessary things, and they get drama involved. And I know we do the same a lot of the time, but they take it to greater lengths. And we have a little bit of gameplay in the background. This is not pre-recorded. This is live, just because it's better to explain this raw. It's just better when it comes straight from the heart, straight from the head. And if we go a little silent, that's fine. 'Cause, you know, we got to think of the things we got to say. There's no script. This is unscripted. This is going. Got gameplay in the background, because the attention span of these two is of lengths shorter than anyone can imagine. Because they like to switch up very quickly. It's great if you can hold them on a subject for more than how long this video is going to be. So, without further ado, who wants to go first? An explanation.
I guess I'll go first in terms of that.
Go for it.
Yeah, well, first let me turn off my
Jay's
fan
not
so
here.
everyone can hear me clear. Yeah.
Jay's not
Alright,
here.
so I'll start with the basics of how we got back to being their friend again, and basically the same cycle that gets repeated. You know the story, it always ends the same. But basically the way this started was, Red was Mech's friend, and, you know, he had no beef with us, so I was thinking maybe it would be cool if I was his friend. I became his friend, and not gonna lie, it's like I felt like I had to apologize to this guy a lot, which was stupid, because I owe him no apology. Like, I don't care if the messages I sent were harsh. I mean, they're needed since he does nothing with his life. Now, in terms of, how I got to, like, know KC, well, I contacted KC through my second Snapchat account, because I don't have the same Snapchat account no more, because I found out that streaks were completely useless. So I just, you know, became his friend through that. I talked to him, because I remember he had an account, and he, of course, forgave me off the rip, and then forgave Mech off the rip. Even though Mech banned this guy for a whole week, and KC would quote-unquote say he was never coming back. Right, so continuing from there, they became friends again, and, you know, that's how they became friends, and how we all kind of grouped together. But recently, what happened was we got in a little bit of an argument, because we had a different, like, group that we made, just so we could, honestly, in all reality, it was to just stay away from them, because my girlfriend complained that, you know, Casey was really annoying and loud, and that Mech was just really, honestly, a douchebag half of the time. So yeah, that's why we had a different group. But also, to keep it real, we did have that different group just to play Fallout, and then we were going to join their party. Well, Mech started questioning along with KC. I think KC started the question, are you guys hiding another group from us or something? Because I noticed you guys all joined at the same time. And it's like they've never did that before either. Like, they did that every single time, and yet they're gonna complain when we do that. But we did that once, and they started complaining, and you know how that goes. Mech starts questioning a lot, and me and Red just kind of troll him a lot, and he gets kind of annoyed. You can tell it. So Red says, like, there's some tension in here, guys. Like, we need to calm down and talk. And I guess Mech took that as that was an instigating, because he says later that Red's an instigator.
Can I take over for a moment here?
Yeah.
So at the moment, I know Chris told me personally that is what that was. Mech brought up that was a moment of instigation, because how it started was we all joined, and Mech was questioning about the groups, and then it kind of got a little heated. Not as in, you know, everyone was angry. It was just kind of it was very aggressive. Casey, you know, or Mech was trying to, I don't know, go after Chris for something, and he started laughing at it. And then Mech was like, you will really laugh at everything, don't you? And Casey was like, well, this is the type of guy to laugh at a tree. Blah, blah, blah. Just stupid stuff. And then I said, guys, you know, there's some tension building. I think we all got to calm down and keep it respectful. Now, I understand Mech has dropped out of high school, and he's gotten some online thing that's just, you know, some random crap that's not as as worthy as a high school diploma, and he may not know truly what instigation means. It's a quick Google search. I know he stays on his computer most of the day anyway, so he should have been able to look that up. But I wasn't in fact trying to instigate, I was in fact trying to cool down the moment. And yeah, it didn't come in a way of trying to stir things up. So that's I mean, maybe instigation back in the day, I'll agree, but that has nothing to do with it now. We're not going to mention at all anything, maybe some stuff just to kind of give context, but none of the points today is going to be anything from the past. This is all going to be from today, or not today, but from recent times. None of this is going to be old news, trust me. Alright, you can continue.
I thought you were mentioning his HP Pavilion he bought a while back. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about, or should I say his HP Pavilion?
Yeah.
But whatever. Anyways, yeah, going on actually taking off of that topic, I wanted to speak about how KC said multiple times that he doesn't want to pick sides. That's something he doesn't want to do anymore. He doesn't even want to be involved. Well, he was involved in this situation because he was the first one to start the drama. Believe it or not, well, you should believe it because that's KC for you, but, you know, he was the one that really started it because after he asked the question, Mech continued to lean off of what he said. Well, with that, Casey said he wouldn't pick sides, and yet he picked a side at the very end, which I think is very stupid. He picked sides, and he caused so much drama. Even his girlfriend, for Christ's sakes, the one who's supposed to support him, was not taking his side. Like, how are you gonna let your girlfriend do that, dude? She's not even taking your side. Maybe you should listen to her. So after, you know, we had this tension about these group chats that we had that weren't with them in it, I started to think, but didn't Mech do the same thing involving Red, making a fake, or not a fake, but another account, or not a, you know what I mean, another group with everyone in it, but without Red. Now, let me say, I do agree, I was a part of that. I did say, well, okay, this ain't bad. Now, I questioned it a little bit, but I did say, you're right, Mech, we should do that. So I did play a part, so I'm not going to just fully put the blame on them. But why are you going to speak on us not being in the same group if you did the same exact thing, quote-unquote, to not cause beef? Look at where we are now. Clearly, if it wasn't Red who was the one causing the beef, maybe it was Mech and Kc. And saying that, well, maybe Red was the one that caused this beef, you know, because he said that things were getting a little, you know, big in the tension or whatever. That's not what made everyone mad. Bro was mad way beforehand. I mean,
Yeah.
he was the first person to question it, not Red. So, you know, that's kind of goofy, but,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
And real quick,
And
just before you do this, I know this is going to cause a lot of questions about, back at it all again, Red making a video, but I wouldn't have done this. I really don't pay much attention to the drama anymore. I don't. I just kind of follow along with what I think is right, and what the right side I think is, and this is unnecessary drama, but I think it was needed. That Casey and Mac just needed to get out. I mean, it's that simple. It's just so much unnecessary drama. I mean, sit there and, you talk so much smack. My main point is, I know this is going to come off as, oh, he's back at it again, back at the root of the drama, making another video, but it's as simple as, I think there are some things that we're going to get to later on that have just been done that you need to be told that, you're doing this completely for no reason. And I'm now that you do this, I'm glad you're out. No, because this is just, you do things way out of proportion. I mean, what ails you, son?
But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yes, they said I kicked Casey's girlfriend out of a group chat out of spite. It was for an RP, by the way, so I considered it an RP chat, but that's not the reason. The real true reason was to get Casey's attention, because he's got the attention span of a snail. So texting him, he won't respond. Being in a party, he won't respond. He'll have his mic muted. One of my biggest issues, it pisses me off, I'm sorry. He never tried to talk to us, and that was actually one of the reasons Red never joined those parties, because Casey is a party pooper. He's so boring. And he was quote-unquote confused of why I didn't join the party one night. Because you're boring. You haven't realized that yet? Your girlfriend even admitted to you were not a talker and that you're pretty boring. Well, she didn't, of course, say it in that way, so Casey, don't get mad at your girlfriend yet. But I will admit, if I was a girl and I was your girlfriend, man, I would be disgraced. I would be like, hey, how's your day? Good. Yeah, okay, I hate my life. You know, so without trying to diss, you know, basically to lean back on the actual subject, they got mad, and later that day, Casey's girlfriend was trying to figure out what was going on. She was taking our side more. And with that, Mech was trying to... She said both stories were adding up except for Mech's, which I believe, because Mech always tries to find his way to lying, because he's extremely afraid, you know. Because he knows if he loses his butt buddy KC, things are gonna get bad. So with that... he was trying to win over Casey whatever way possible. She said Casey and his story were both adding up, but his was just splotchy. It was all over the place. Just him trying to find ways to not like me, or, you know, throw me under the bus, throw Red under the bus and them. Well, he says, why does everyone wait till I'm out of the group to tell me what's wrong? 'Cause you should know. Any normal person should find out if they're kicked out enough, they did something wrong.
Also,
Like, seriously.
this is the same guy to say that to, you know, what did I do? You know, you'll never tell me. But this is also the same guy to when I used to get kicked out of these groups, he always would switch up and have something to say about me and how he had such a problem with me. Why didn't I never hear about it? It's the same thing with everyone. It's the same thing you do. I know everyone here is a hypocrite. Even us. We've done many things in the past where we've done many things in the past that we said, oh, it's stupid, or we never do. That's fine. We'll admit to that. But some people don't. Some people can't admit to it. Like y'all. Y'all have never once said, y'all have never admitted to your mistakes. Especially Mech. Everyone here, I can account for an apology. I can remember at some point where Casey has apologized. I have apologized many times because I know when I'm in the wrong, and I'll say it truthfully. I know when I'm in the wrong. Maybe sometimes I was a little blind to it back in the day, but now I'm respectful. But I have never heard an apology from Mech. Ain't never heard an apology from Mech. That's the one thing. That's the one thing I have not heard. An apology from Mech, because this man, all he cares about is himself and his freaking computer.
Yeah.
One exception is KC, but this man just does not ever do anything about his actions. He's never apologized for nothing. Maybe way back in the day, but ain't nothing recently. He's way too self-centered for that. Way too, maybe not even self-centered, but prideful. Got too much of a pride to even apologize once. And that is not, I don't care how manly that is, Mech. It's just not a good feature to have. You gotta admit admit when you're in the wrong sometimes. It's as simple as it is, or else you ain't ever getting nowhere in life. And that's as simple as it. That ain't no diss. That's just how it is. That's me being respectful as possible and saying you're not getting anywhere if you can't, you know, apologize for your wrongdoing. All right.
Yeah, taking it back to this, I'm not gonna... be here and only call out Mech. I gotta put my words on Kc too. I've already said Kc quote unquote never involved himself, but he runs back to Mech like he's a scared puppy. Grow up, Kc. Learn that you can have your own side. You don't have to pick Mech. Sure, I was the guy to say there has to be a side picked, because there was. But you're telling me you didn't pick majority vote, you had to pick Mech. I'll tell you why he picks Mech every time. He's did it for so many years. Mech never has a good argument. I've never heard it once, ever. Even when I was the person in this group that got kicked out, he had no good argument. None. It's because Mech, I don't know if Mech is like bribing him, like, let me give you some penis or something like that. I don't know what he does. But he bribes him somehow because this guy has no good points. And it just makes me mad because he's so opinionated about things he has no experience, and I've said this a million times. This guy, if you don't know, has no license, no job. He didn't even technically graduate from high school. He graduated from the online school like he's Saul Goodman or something. Like, bro, this is stupid. Can we all just agree if this guy has no experience to stay out of our conversations? I think having a girlfriend is pretty stupid. Yeah, well, you sure about that? You're the guy that spends a lot of money on a dead game. You know what I mean? Now, I can already hear it coming out his lips. What dead game? Fortnite? That game is so alive. And it's lost its touch. You know, I ain't KC, but it's lost touch. You know, but speaking, you know, real here, Mech, he don't care. I mean, I wonder, did he care? You know, I ain't gonna say that. That a little too personal. I ain't gonna say that part. But I'm just saying this guy don't care about nothing. I'd be surprised if he cared if I'll put it this way. I'd be surprised if he cared if one of his family members died. That's what I was trying to say, but I'm not gonna fully say that. Just cause I wanna keep it on a real level that I'm not trying to just be an asshole. I'm just trying to be real that this has went on for too long, I'm done.
Yeah, and I understand some of this video stuff said in the video might be even a little douchey. Like, I know there's a lot of things maybe probably said in this video we're going to look back on and be like, man, that was wrong to say, but it's just how we got to say it, how we got to express ourselves. I'm going to say it now for the rest of the video. Whatever you say, I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
Alright, well, with that being noted, I've got a lot of things that need to be said.
I'm going to say, yeah, it's not over. This ain't even halfway over. We got a lot.
So, back to what I was saying, that was a cut part, I was losing focus, but, really, I think, all jokes aside from what I said in, you know, a little bit earlier in the video, I really do think Mech doesn't care about people. He values himself all the time, and I really hate it, because it's so annoying, especially when he does care about KC, which is weird. Like, I've noticed that he'll take Casey's side in a split second, but the minute, but the minute it's Red or something, he's out. He's like, yeah, Red needs to be out of here now. You know, it's a joke. So yeah, I mean, Red, you know, Red's the first one to usually get kicked, or me, or Jay. But I noticed this is something Red said in one of his old videos that sticks out like a sore thumb. Red always gets the good end of things. Always. I don't know why, I don't know how, but he does. It always ends in his favor. Notice that. He gets kicked out of this group.
Saying the video about
he gets
me.
with Mech. I'm just saying. He gets kicked out of this group. He goes with Mech. He gets kicked out of Mech's group. He goes alone, but he knows in the back of his mind he's gonna have someone that is gonna accept him later on. That's all I had to say for this little part.
Red rant?
You said what?
It's a little red rant there.
No, I'm just saying I'm going off of what you said.
Okay. Wait. Who got the good end of things?
KC, you said in your video,
me.
you said KC got always the good stick.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, the good end of things. Yeah, he does. He always gets it good. I mean, sometimes he got it bad. His bad ending came recently. Thankfully, he got brought in, but this is the last time. Mech and KC, hopefully they hold each other for good. Because I'm going to say it as it is, and I would have liked to save this to the end, because this is kind of an ending closer, but just to kind of bring it up now, there's not going to be another Mech and KC in the group with us, and I'm going to say it how it is. I know you may be like, that's bull, the cycle always continues. Let me tell you who had the kind heart to bring you in this group in the first place, and that was Chris. I didn't want you back in this group, Casey. I'm gonna say it, and you know it, so it ain't coming as a surprise. I did not want you back in this group. I did not. I came up to you, and then I said it's not worth being mad at him anymore. But I always didn't really join the parties. I always kept I was nice and I tried to play and I tried to be friends. But always in the back of my mind, I knew I never wanted you in the group in the first place, because all the same problems that I had with you in the first place were still true. I asked Chris. It's still true to this day. The stuff that I didn't want you in the group for. So now that, because when you got put back in this group, it was Chris that felt bad for you. Chris felt bad for you. Jay won't even, really had an opinion on it. Mech didn't like you. Chris was the only one that had the heart to want you back. He made the video and everything. But now that trust me, now that Chris is on his wit's end, you ain't coming back along with Mech. Mech I've always been a cool guy with, but I've always been there for him when he got kicked out of the group. I've always messaged him, even if that was going, against what I had at the time. I went with Mech, but he never had the same heart for me. Whenever I got kicked, it didn't matter. He was always gonna just stick with the group and be happy with what he had. So for the last time, I'm gonna turn the other cheek, and I'm gonna look away, because at least you got KC now. You and Mech.
Okay.
Mech and KC against the world.
I hate to be the interrupter here, but I've got to make this one thing said. This is the one thing I've always wanted to say. I'm going to say it right now.
Well,
Mech, I saw that message you sent. I saw that message you sent that night. You said that. You called Red an instigator. You called Jay a loudmouth. And I won't forget the one thing you said about a person I cared about. Now, if you were down here with me, I'd whoop your little ass. But I know you're going to stay in your room all the time, so we'll just keep it that way, right? You know you're never going to get affected. No one here is going to do anything to you, because if you got banned, you'd run to your computer, your HP Pavlon, and you'd fucking watch pornos of Fortnite characters. We know you, Mech. I know you like the back of my hand, because I've known you since I was 12. So, for a guy that speaks so much about everyone's insecurities, Red's short, Jay's fat, I'm skinny, like Red said, that must say a lot about yourself. I know he wanted to make that known, but you must have a lot to say about your own self,
While you're on that, can you say what he's done? Not specifically, but just kind of like, he disrespected your woman.
So he said, he called Red an instigator, Jay a loudmouth, and he called my girlfriend something that I still don't want to speak about, but it is an insecurity she has. And it's something that I don't believe she has. Like, I don't think she is that.
Yeah, that's all.
But to call her that is terrible, because you have no experience with a woman. You've never touched a woman or anything in your life. So I don't even want to hear something like that come out of your mouth, because, son, I'll shut that shit down quick.
Yeah, really, I know it's petty to start bringing this up, but, you want to joke and, make fun of me all the time, but I'm gonna set the record straight. I don't like to be joked about. The only reason it don't affect me is because I don't let it affect me, because I know it ain't true. What's that got to say about what you make fun of my job? You don't have a job, and you probably won't for a while. And the best thing is going to be you're going to be working at the local Best Buy, and you're going to be making some minimum wage. Maybe, you know, a little bit of benefits, but that's about all. You make fun of weight, what does that got to say about you? You make fun of height, what does that got to say about you and your insecurities yourself? Then you disrespect his girlfriend when you ain't have no experience with a woman in your life, and you probably won't for a long time if you're sitting there with the disrespect that you have, son. And I know this is getting personal, and I know that I'm just making fun of him at this point, and Casey, I know I'm just making fun of him, and I know this isn't putting me in the best light, but it's true. I'm not going to let him affect me, and I'm not going to let him just sit there and disrespect, and I'm not going to let him sit there and disrespect everyone and then just sit there and laugh it off and have a fun time watching this video, because I want them to know they ain't getting the last laugh here, and neither am I, because I'm pissed. And I want them to know it. I want them to know that this ain't funny, this isn't laughing, so if you're laughing, you gotta keep your mouth shut now. This ain't funny, you know, this ain't nothing, this is, you're getting put in your place. Even back then, when we were joking and I sent, you know, we were doing shirtless pictures, and I ain't gay, it was just like, show the physique. I know I had some shitty abs back then, and you were like, that's gotta be Photoshop. Why? Probably because you don't have abs. Probably because you're chubby and you think it ain't possible to have.
Well, let me add this. Everyone in this group has sent a photo of their body, and I don't I don't want to sound
it's
weird.
not okay.
Not in a
Chris
weird
Hansen
way.
here.
Not in a
It's not like that.
yeah, not.
We're
It's
talking
like we were
physique
showing
here.
to see what we looked like in terms of fighting and everything like that.
Terms of muscle.
This is
just for fun.
Mech was the only guy that said he would not do that. That's gay. No, it's not that that's gay. No. Listen, I'm sorry. It doesn't have nothing to do with being gay. This man is afraid to show himself because he knows that even me being the skinniest guy, Jay being the fattest, can whoop his little ass. It's all to it. And I'm not. Look, I don't mean to. I know it's funny to say it because you know it's not gonna happen. I ain't going down to Cherry Road. You know what I mean? We ain't driving there. But it's the reality of, man, this is gonna hit you in life, dude. You're gonna meet somebody in real life who you're gonna bother like this, and oh my god, dude, who knows what could happen, you know? But that ain't about that. That's about. I mean, KC, y'all are laughing now, man. But what if y'all had something bannable? You know what I mean? Y'all wouldn't be laughing. I know y'all were when Cody got reported, but not now. You know what I mean? If I was to say, hey, let's go to that group chat where KC says the N-word, I remember that one. You know?
Yeah. Guess what?
And
we ain't petty.
Yeah,
we
I
ain't
mean,
petty
we're not
like
gonna
y'all.
be people that.
We're not gonna do that, but we are gonna make this video. We will make this video, and we will call you out straight on the camera, because I do not care. I hope they know this. They gotta know, and I know I'm gonna say it for the one and last time. I know a lot of this is petty, and I know I'm making fun of them, and I know I'm saying I'm taller than both of them, I'm stronger. It's all heat of the moment stuff, and I know I'm gonna, you know, it's just, you know, because I'm mad, but we're out here saying the truth in the most harshful ways, and everything we're saying, we ain't lying, because I'm gonna say it truthfully, and I'm not trying to be country, I ain't lying. I'm gonna say it truthfully, though. There ain't no reason to lie about this. Not a singular one. I do not care at the end of the day what these people do with their lives. I don't care. I have stuff of my own. I have work. I have schoolwork I gotta do. To mention it, I got schoolwork. I got AP courses, AP work I gotta do over the summer, multiple books I gotta read. I have a full-time paying job, and I am not here crying about it like this man KC. As way back when, apparently, or not apparently, it's true, Casey was crying over some work he had, and I know it's personal, not even personal. It's not. This isn't personal. This is. I mean, it did get personal, so I'm gonna bring it up. This got personal. Y'all didn't need to make it personal. Y'all didn't need to go too far, or else I would have never mentioned. I wouldn't even made a video. But y'all have gone too far, and y'all have gotten it way out of proportion.
Oh, if we're going in that personal stuff, I'd like to mention how Casey claims he's got a hard life. This dude has to do chores. You're telling me that's his definition of a hard life? Sonny, you ain't going through nothing yet.
And
That's what it is.
I know there are personal things in his life going on, and I know some things at home are not, as normal people, but like straight up, everyone has those problems. Maybe not to the extremities that he's been mentioning it, but there are a lot of people that I personally know that do not get it easy. Trust me, he's not the only one, and those people I know still do perfectly fine. And even this man Mech, which I think, he's mentioning how Kc has not gone through as much as he has. I mean, I'm not gonna say Mech ain't gone through anything, but it seems like he's doing just fine for himself. Y'all are not coming back to the group. If y'all are gonna respond to this, I do not want to see it in a joking tone. Like, and if you are gonna respond in some sort of way to defend yourself, or to apologize, or do something, I want you to comment on this video. You're gonna say, I'm responding, or something. Or comment your response. I don't care, because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not looking at no one's channel. I'm not keeping up. I don't got time for that. I don't have time to keep looking up at the channel. You gotta tell me in the comments. And I don't want to see friend wars, the final end, because y'all are just too goofy to take it seriously. I know this is some PlayStation beef. I know we're taking this out of proportion too, a lot. But if they're doing it to the extent that they done it, with their disrespect, and they're trying to ban this man's brother with some messages. I mean, this man's brother here is a father, a working man that gets on the game sometimes to play Rocket League and such. And then, he doesn't really care what he says. He sends some swears in the group chat. And then they have the audacity, when he has nothing to do with it, to go and ban this man from his pastime after he's working a hard job in a 80-degree freaking room that he has to work, especially when this man has nothing to do with it. So if you want to talk about this man right here, this man's girlfriend, in a way that ain't so nice, when we have mentioned nothing about Kc's girlfriend, actually, we've, I don't know if we spoke about her, but we put her in a good light. Yeah, we have spoke. Yeah, we put her in a good light.
Okay.
And we ain't disrespect her. So they got to know that all the things we said that were personal, it was for a really good reason. And if they're mad about it, they can respond in a video. And what I said before I got off of it, if I see no friend wars, the final battle, something stupid, I'm not clicking. I'm not watching it. I don't care how many times I look at it. I will never watch this video because I do not care anymore. I don't want to watch no stupid, little pictures on the screen, animation, some stupid music in the background. And there you go. We got a masterpiece. No, I don't care. I don't. I'm not gonna watch it. If you're gonna post a video or post something like this where you're gonna defend yourself, or you're gonna apologize, and I wanna, or something like that.
Here's my thing. The last thing I gotta say is towards Casey's girlfriend, because I honestly respect her the most, because she's the only person that tried to take our side in the end. Even though she did say she didn't have a side, she was way more lenient towards us than Mac. And honestly, I owe her the utmost respect. And I'm sorry that you got to put up with Casey and Mac's bullshit. That is sad. And honestly, I wish you could just make Casey believe that this wasn't, worth it. But, I will admit, I have never said anything that bad about her. In the beginning, yeah, I did talk bad about her. I admit it. But now I'm just like,
nothing
she
like
really did.
Offensive.
Yeah, she really wasn't bad in the end. She really, I felt bad for blocking her. I blocked her because I don't want any contact with Casey and Meg. But honestly, I really hated it because she was actually the only person in there that had common sense and that realized that Casey was talking about random shit. that didn't make any sense. So that's all I gotta say about her is I at least
Say what you will from the past, but during this time, you have been way worse. We have not done nearly anything as disrespectful or bad as what you've done. Conveniently, we have departed better people and obviously have grown, and you guys have stayed the same. But hopefully y'all get better in the future, and I simply wish y'all well. I simply wish y'all well in your journey of developing as a better human being. But yeah, I think that is all. If there's anything else, that's it. Whatever. We've gone too far anyway. This is a long video. But anyway, guys, like and subscribe, and like I always say, peace. Have a good one, boys.